Hey YouTube, today we're going to talk about how we wash our Tesla, specifically the Model X, and what we use. So for a couple of years now we've been using this Optimum No rinse. Optimum is the name of the company. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get this stuff, but it makes it super easy to wash your car, and I actually do it in the garage with the garage door closed. I can wash both cars in probably about an hour wash and dry. So let's go through the process. So what I do is I have two buckets with about 2 gallons each in them. And as you can see, I've already started washing. So one bucket is gonna have 1 ounce of your Optimum No rinse in this bucket mixed in. I like to use warm water, especially in the wintertime. And then the other bucket is going to have about 2 gallons of just regular water, and that's like your rinse bucket. So your rags start in here, you wash the vehicle, and then before you put your rags back into the clean bucket, you stick them in here in the rinse bucket. And then I also use this piece down here in the bottom. I use this piece right here, and this helps trap some of the dirt and debris at the bottom of the bucket. So another step that I take in washing my car is just get like a regular squirt bottle and fill that up with your clean solution with the Optimum No rinse inside here. And what I do is spray this on the car, spray this on the section that I'm gonna start working on. And this just kind of helps get that dirt start to lift off the paint. So I've already washed the back of the vehicle. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna wash this door here and the roof on this side. You want to do it in sections because as I'll show you, you wash each section and then you dry that one section. So like I said previously, I use a spray bottle with the Optimum No rinse solution in the spray bottle, and this is just to help kind of pull the dirt off. It's hard to see in the video, but this car is pretty dirty. We just had a snow here and had a lot of salt and dirt spray on the side of the car, and this will help lift that dirt off the paint, and so when you come with the rag, it'll wipe right off clean. So I'll just start spraying here. There's no exact method on how much spraying you need to spray and all that. I just spray pretty generously across the entire section that I'm going to clean. So I wanted to show you up close what this looks like when I actually start to spray here. It's kind of difficult to see, but there's a significant amount of dirt here. You can see at the bottom where the solution hasn't come in contact with it yet. But if you watch right here, I'm going to spray and it'll start to, like the dirt almost just runs right off the car. So some of these areas, typically behind the wheels, and definitely on a Tesla, the back of the car, you want to heavily spray that area where like kind of road spray kicks up. It's definitely going to make washing the car a lot easier. Okay, so now that we sprayed it, we're going to grab our clean bucket and one rag. So what I like to do is, you obviously don't want to wash your car with it dripping like that. I give it a good squeeze to where it might be dripping a little bit, definitely on heavier soiled parts of the car. Again, on a Tesla, it definitely happens on the back rear of the car, where it's almost dripping, but it's pretty well saturated. So on the roof, what I do is, especially in a section, especially on the Model X, it's harder to reach up there. So I'll typically just kind of toss it up and drag it out. Drag it towards me. So moving on down here to this first top part of above the window. So like I was saying previously, I typically fold it up into quarters, or you can fold it again if you'd like. But the main part is you don't want, as this rag gets really soiled, you don't want to just kind of keep rubbing it across the paint, because that's where you'll scratch the paint. So what I'll do is I'll take this in one sweeping motion down to where it's been clean, and flip it over, down to the window, one sweeping motion, flip it over, and back. And I'll unfold it one time, so then you have a clean side, and then just kind of work your way down the car. I like to start from top to bottom, because as you can see here, all the dirt and everything just sort of runs down the car, so it just makes it a lot easier. So then unfold it and fold it. So then I'll take it, you can see there the dirty side right there. So then I'll take it and fold it again. And just do one clean sweep. Flip it over. And another sweep. Flip it over again. And work all the way down the car. So now that this rag is completely dirty, you can see both sides have a significant amount of dirt on them. You don't want to put it back in your clean solution. This is where the other bucket comes in handy, and you stick it in there and let it kind of slosh around, and most of the dirt comes off. You'll see when we're done that the other bucket is significantly dirtier than your clean bucket. So this is our dirty bucket here, and like I was saying, just kind of let these rags slosh around in here, but when you're ready to get them out, you definitely want to squeeze all this water out, because this is all just dirty water. So that way, when the rags go back into the clean bucket, then these rags are pretty clean. Obviously not 100% clean like when you started, but they're a lot cleaner than when you took them off the car. So now that these are all wrung out, these go back into our green clean bucket. Okay, so now we've sprayed this side, we've washed this section, and now we're going to dry it. So you take your clean drying rag and just simply dry up this section. So something to keep in mind when drying. So since I've already cleaned the back of the car, I'll usually overlap drying on that side, but I don't want to overlap on this front door panel because I haven't cleaned it yet. So then you're just going to get your drying rag all dirty if you overlap onto the front door panel. Okay, so now that I've completely washed and dried the entire car, I take the remaining water that's left in my green bucket, and if you remember, this is the clean water, and an old car washing rag that I had, and we're going to do the wheels with the remaining water. So at this time, if you have water left in your spray bottle, then start spraying it on the wheels and completely saturating the wheels. If not, use this green bucket to fill up the rest of to get some water in your squirt bottle so that you can saturate the wheels. So it's been several weeks now since we washed this, so the wheels are really dirty. And I'll show you how easy it is with this Optimum No rinse to clean these wheels. So once they're completely saturated, then we're going to take our old rag. I say that because I don't like to use the same rags that that I use on the paint on the wheels, just because of the, I guess, dirtiness. It might not, you might not care, but for me, it's not something I like to do. And you'll see just how easy it is. Once you wipe on the surface here, the Optimum No Rinse really lifts the dirt off the rims and it'll come right off. So there's about half of the rim done, and you can see just how easy it was to just simply wipe off the dirt from these rims once you spray the Optimum No Rinse on. I mean, now they're completely clean. So we'll just carry on and finish up this wheel. So you can do this one of two ways. You can do this one wheel at a time. What I typically like to do is I just walk around with a spray bottle, spray all the wheels with the Optimum No Rinse solution, and then that way it gives it enough time for that solution to kind of sink into the rim. So after you scrub the wheels, what I have to do then is just grab a regular, old rag or a towel, and again, typically different from what you use in the paint, but just an old towel just to dry off the rims. I'm not applying too much pressure here, just more wiping and making sure that I get all the surface area of the entire rim, all the little cracks and crevices, because the Optimum No Rinse is going to do like the hard scrubbing portion of it. All right, there you have it. Okay, 3 more to go. I'll put a link in the description to everything that I've used here with the Optimum No Rinse and these rags. Hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.